Peace, peace,
Peace.
peace.
Welcome to Spears and Mike's.
Peace.
Go
Why
ahead, Walt. You
Slice?
good?
Why Slice? We got Zulu King Just P. We got Zulu King L1. And we got Zulu King Razor. Tonight we're
Peace.
going to be talking about the 20th anniversary of Food by none other than MF Doom. Um, the album came out November 16th, 2004, 20 years ago, on Rhyme Sayers Entertainment. And we just paying homage to MF Doom. Like I said, the album came out in November of 2004. We're a little late. We're a month late. But we just wanted to pay homage and respect to this great MC, great
Mm-hmm.
producer, character, person. You know, I feel personally he's in my top five personally, and I feel he doesn't get his just due. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen a lot of people shout him out when he died a couple of years ago, and that was kind of like it. So we're gonna review the album real quick, talk about, some of our favorite songs. Um, how we gonna start this? What y'all want to talk about? You want to talk about your favorite song or
Yeah,
like the
let's
album
go
as a
into
whole?
let's go into
Or
the favorite songs, and then we'll go into the album as a whole. Um, you know, first thing I want to say is I think MF Doom is very similar to like Sean Price in a sense that a lot of people really like him in hip hop. Like he's kind of like a lot of hip hop dudes like favorites, you know what I'm saying? And who was it? I think it was the dudes from what is it, Odd Future? What's the dude? Earl the
oh,
Sweatshirt. I think that's
Sweatshirt
his.
and Tyler the Creator,
Cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
Cool,
I
cool,
think
cool.
like Emma Doom is like their favorite. You know what
right,
I'm saying? So I think it's a lot of people's favorites in hip hop, like the rap game. Like a lot of rappers really like MF Doom. Like, he's a unique sound. And a legend where his history goes back to KMD out in Long Beach, Long Island. You know what I'm
right,
saying? And I think also somewhat of an influence to like Rock Marcy to a degree, you know what I mean? Like I feel like there's a little bit of an influence there um on some Long Island shit, but I appreciate y'all brothers. I've always heard bits and songs like throughout the years from him, but I never really tapped in with none of his albums. I never purchased his albums, but when y'all were talking about doing this review, I said I really have to, give a good listen, and I listened to the album about 6, 7 times. And I think it's kind of like entertainment wise, it's kind of like a masterpiece, in my opinion, you know.
right.
But so what we're gonna do today, y'all, is we're gonna strive to keep this format. For now, when we review an album, we're gonna probably look to give our top three songs like one by one, and and take turns on giving our top three, and then we're gonna give like two dislikes. If we don't got no dislikes on the album, we may not even say no dislikes. So any of y'all want to start, drop it don't have to be in order, just three songs that you really like the most out of the album.
Um, I'll go first. Personally, I think the album is flawless. That's my personal opinion. And he
Hmm.
has other flawless work, in my opinion, also. But as far as like a top three songs, I would have to go with One Beer,
Mm.
produced by Madlib. I think One Beer.
Dope joint.
I
So
would have to
oh, so
go
that's the
with
Madlib remix. That's not the
no.
original.
The original one
Oh,
is
okay.
produced by Madlib also.
Oh, okay.
The
Both of them
original
are.
One
Okay.
Beer is Matt. Like he produced everything except One Beer, Pot Holders, and I think um what is it, Cookies? I think no, Con Queso. Con Queso. He didn't
Okay.
produce Con Queso, Pot Holders, and, and excuse me, my kids is running rampant right now. Con Queso, One Beer, and what else did I say? what's the other song that potholders, right? But my,
Potholders,
my
yeah.
No,
favorite, my favorite three, one beer. I have one beer. I love Vomit Spit. Vomit
yeah,
Hold
Spit
on, hold
fire.
on. We're gonna
oh,
do
okay, you
one at a
want to do one
song.
by one.
One
All
at a
right, so
song.
I got one
Yeah,
beer.
yeah.
I got one beer.
One beer. All right. Razor, what's up?
For me, I like whole cakes. I like beef wrap.
Okay.
Um,
No, 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 no. One at a time.
okay.
One at a time, King.
So,
Yeah, we're gonna do one at a
all right,
time.
beef
So
wrap.
whole cakes, that's one of your favorite joints.
Yeah.
All right, P.
I don't have a favorite. One beer is dope. Beef rap is dope. So I could pick almost any joint off the album. You know what I'm saying? But I'll go with one beer also if I had to pick one.
Okay. I'm gonna go with con carne, which means with meat. Pause. You know, if you have to, because it's a crazy name. But you know, as y'all know, like the album is called Food, and you know, so everything got like some type of food or dish or whatever. That's a dope song. I think that to me was like my favorite joint. I mean, I like every joint on the album but one, and I'll get into the one that I dislike. You know, maybe we could argue on it or fight, but I'll get to that in a bit. But I'm gonna go with Con Carne with meat. Pause.
All
Big
right.
rap.
So it's my turn, right?
Yeah,
Vomit Spit.
word. That's a dope joint too.
Vomit Spit is my joint.
He produced that one, right?
He did.
Razor.
Yeah. So first one was whole cakes. Second one is one beer.
Yeah,
And this is for
dope.
joints
The
you don't
original
like?
or the remix?
Oh,
No,
the
No,
this
no,
is
this is
original.
what
joints
we
we
like.
like.
Yeah.
Okay.
P.
I can go with any joint off the album. And you know what I mean? Anyone is good with me so far.
Yeah,
And it's the original album, not the remix joints.
right,
You know?
right. I'm gonna go with Beef Rap. I think that joint is dope. That's like one of the first or second
It's
joints
the
on the
first
album.
joint. It's the
First
Yeah.
first
joint,
joint.
right?
Right.
First
Yep.
joint on the
Yep.
album. Yeah, it set it off well. You know, just I'll add on like, well, I'll add that on towards the end. You know, let y'all go next.
Well, the last of my top three is gonna. It was a toss up because I like the entire album, but I really
Hmm.
like Deep Fried Friends.
Mm.
That joint is tough. Yeah, yeah, I like that. I like that joint.
Yeah, me
Razor.
too.
Rap snitch knishes.
That's fire.
Yeah, Rap Cinches is dope. My son's on there.
Um, what's it
Oh,
called?
you know, Fantastic.
Yeah, that's his
First
name,
time I
right?
heard of him.
Mr. Fantastic,
Yeah,
right?
Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
He
First
Yeah.
time
he
I heard of him.
disappeared, yo. He doesn't really mess around. A lot of them don't really mess around anymore, yo. Except for like I think Kong is still doing music. Spiga, I think. The thing with Monster Island Czars is that there's a lot of internal conflict, even to this day. And they split up. There's like two different incarnations of MIC, but the originals
Right.
kind of a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah. Talk to the people about that, P. A lot of people don't know, like you did work with X-Ray
Yeah, yeah,
from
yeah,
Monster Island's Oz.
yeah. So Doom's from Long Beach, right? And he was part of the Get Yours
All I
posse.
see is your chin, P.
Oh, you see me now?
Like you just like now I can see you a little bit better. Like
Okay.
really,
Yeah,
I just see like
I'm on my phone,
yeah. Now
yo.
we talking.
I couldn't fit my laptop to come out here. But
Yeah,
so the legend goes the Get Yours posse is a big group. You know what I mean? And Long Beach, Long Island, right? You got my man Uncle E who was down with that. I think MC Search might have been down with that at the time. And then the dude X-Ray the Mindbender. X-Ray the Mindbender is a person that was a producer for Sugar Bear in 1982. He was on Loud and Dark Mind in the 90s. So he was already like a seasoned veteran when it came to Doom, when he met Doom. And they formed the MIC. The first album was Operation Doomsday. a lot of Doom's production style comes from X-Ray's influence. And so like
mm,
a lot of them, like I'm not gonna point fingers, but there was a lot of internal conflict over very little money. You know what I mean? Very little, like once a little money came in, it was already fighting. So then I wanna say your man, Grimm, right? Grimm is the one that started the
Hmm.
new Grimm, my homeboy Mecha Godzilla, Ravage. They started
Hmm.
them. They got like a fanboy benefactor, and then they restarted a new iteration of MIC. But that
mm.
also broke up. No one from the original MIC messes with the new version. And so like today, I did an album with X-Ray, produced by X-Ray, called Eating Drinks for Breakfast. My rhyme partner
Hmm.
Gift Vance, he did an album on that label Mindbender Records, called Veron. And so we were supposed to have like Doom vocals on it, but we just couldn't like get them to sign off. The thing with X-Ray, the day that Doom died, we went over there, we smoked, drank, X-Ray cried, and he just started pulling out like super things that no one had. The original version of the mic, a completely different version. He had like original recordings of like things that people did not have. He would talk about
Mm.
he showed us a video and it was Doom's first appearance where he just put on a stocking cap mask. Like he had that and he had all types of different he had a rhyme book of Dooms, crazy. But what it was a lot of people were trying to get at him for that the access to that footage. You know what I'm saying? But he is close to his heart. Like I don't even know if he gave it up now to this day. But I just do remember, like I couldn't post it, I couldn't film it. I just had to just live in the
Mm.
moment. It was just me and Jesus seeing things that no one, no one ever seen or heard before. But
Well,
in
let's
That's
that,
get
dope.
it.
in that world, right? Doom was King Ghidra, right? X-Ray's King
Right.
Caesar. You know what I'm saying? So in that world, GS was Varan, a very obscure kaiju monster. GS was Varan. And then in that world, if this was that world, I would be what they call the Zone Fighter, which is an even more obscure kaiju like character. You know what I mean? But it was cool, a good time. I got to meet a lot of people. I learned a lot.
Crazy how you linked into that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It happened. It happened when I was away up north, and I just remember calling GS, and he was just like, "Yo, I'm doing this, I'm doing that." X-Ray on the low. Before we move on, he has many different musical lives. Like Darkmind was one, a whole audience for that. Then the whole Doom audience, which is what he, brings in the that and Darkmind brings the most money. But then he did like things called like organic poisons. So he had many different careers. So it was just cool to link up with X-Ray. I seen someone that lived independently off of music. So it was just good to get that experience. Rest in peace to Doom.
Uh,
R.I.P.
so,
Yeah.
Well,
all right. So, what's your
that's dope.
last song, L?
My last song, um, I would have to say is Cookies, man. I really like that joint. Cookies was dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And that French joint that Razor had mentioned earlier, that was one of my picks too. It was like a
Deep
toss-up
Fried
between
Friends?
Deep Fried
Yeah,
Friends.
that
Yeah, I
was my
really like
pick.
that.
That
I
was my
really
pick,
like that
yeah.
joint a lot. I think that could be, like for me, an honorable mention, but it's a toss-up because I think all the songs that I enjoyed were equally as dope. You know what I'm saying? Like kind
All
of how
right.
like P says, like, yo, I like all of them. Um, you know what I'm saying? So that was my
What,
pick. I'll go with
what's
Cookies.
crazy about Cookies, not to cut your wisdom, Cookies, that was a beat that he made because the original contained a Sesame Street sample that he couldn't get cleared.
Mm,
Oh, okay.
You
mm.
know
I
what I'm
remember hearing
saying?
that.
Like most of the beats that was produced
Is that
by him.
available online, like the
Yeah,
Sesame
yeah, you
Street
can get it.
version?
It's on
I'm gonna
YouTube.
check it
Yeah.
out.
But
I'm
Yeah.
gonna check
the
it out.
the the thing is about his
I know it
beats.
must sound crazy. Must
Yeah,
sound
yeah, yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah. He those beats that he produced himself, m- all of them are on like his special herbs. Like when he's Metal Face
Hmm.
Doom,
Hmm.
that's his producer moniker. So
Hmm.
he came out with a series called Special Herbs, and he has like volumes of them. So like those beats are from Special Herbs, and he actually named them after herbs. You know what I'm saying? Each beat is named after a herb or a spice or something. Like, yo, the dude is so like that. That's why I
Wild
put him in
creative.
my top
Wild
five,
creative.
because he's so like creative in all aspects of, you know what I'm saying, of MCing and producing. Like the dude, like if you listen to like the anniversary version, the 20th anniversary version at the end where it has the British guy interviewing him, when he's talking about like him going from Zevlov X of
Hmm.
causing mass damage to Doom, and then if he ever gets writer's block, and then like the thing that like struck me when he's talking about the writer's block, when he starts talking about the English language being so vast, and then
Right,
the
right.
different cultures in America and all the slang. So he's like,
Hmm.
I can never get writer's block. Like even when I think I'm getting writer's block, I can't, because it's just so much that
Right,
I can infuse in my style. And he's British
right,
himself. You know what
right.
I'm saying? So like he
Yep.
like when you listen to him, like his references, his reference points are like, so it makes you remember stuff when you were a kid. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, yo, I forgot about that. I forgot about that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Yeah, I was when I was listening to those interviews at the end of the 20th anniversary edition, he was talking about like the hiatus between like the KMD era and then his solo era, and he was talking about basically like with the launch of like Method Man and um Biggie and so on and so forth, it kind of gave him the inspiration when he saw solo acts were actually hitting. Because you know, as we know, like many of us that are true to the culture and follow hip hop and the MCing side of the culture, we knew that mostly it was groups that were really bubbling in the 80s and into the 90s. And then, you know, we have the mid 90s come along with Nas, you know, B.I.G., so on and so forth. So I guess when he saw those brothers being successful with the solo career, it kind of gave him the inspiration to come out. He said it was time for him to emerge, you know what I mean? So I thought that was
right.
a dope explanation. Because I too was wondering what was the gap between, you know what I'm saying, KMD and then, you know, all the new
Well,
material solo.
what's
What
crazy, what he didn't mention, what everybody knows, pretty much, is that his brother, who was a part of KMD, Sub Rock, had died um like during that like Zevlov X era, and it really messed him up. And I think Doom had like turned to drugs a little bit, and like even was homeless at a point. You know what I'm saying? And I think Grimm might have been MF Grimm might have been the one to like that's how the story goes. That's from how I heard it. That Grimm kind of like got him on his feet a little bit. I
Hmm.
guess when they formed um Monster Island Czars or something like that. Like Grimm was around at that time, and he like kind of like, got him back on his feet and put him on the scene. And then Doom came. I think the whole thing behind the mask was like, it doesn't matter what you look like. It's about the wreck. It's about getting busy. So,
Hmm.
and that's why I respect him so much, because this dude like came out, he reinvented himself. Then like he ended up on Adult Swim. Whole Cakes is on Boondocks. It's on the Boondocks episode. The episode with Cat Williams is a pimp named Slickback,
Hmm.
and
Facts.
they play Whole Cakes. He's like Whole
Facts.
Cakes in the episode. All Caps is in the episode. Like Doom is heavily right. He had his own Christmas special where he hosted Adult Swim on Christmas Eve, and he got like the ugly Christmas sweater. He got the mask on, and he's just like um he's the host like the whole night for Adult Swim. Like this dude, like even down to the Doom bots. And I don't want to get away from like talking about the album. I'm just talking about him in general, like him with the Doom bots, him like his
Well, let the world
following
know. Maybe some people
is
don't know what the
crazy.
Doom bots were. You know,
Well,
y'all want to explain it?
go ahead, P. I'll let you go.
all right, there's so much. One, I think the story goes he's metal fingers when he produces, and he's metal face when he
Hmm.
raps, right? And
Yeah.
Right, right.
as far as the transition between Zev Love X and Doom, um, from what I hear, right, one, his brother was running around with a bunch of underground rappers doing drugs, and that happened to him. when that happened,
Hmm.
when he passed away, Doom definitely went off the rails. He was definitely living on the street. A lot of people. He wasn't trying to be involved with a lot of people, and it looks like he just came up. Like it's all assumed that he came up with that idea to one reinvent himself, to so people don't tag him to KMD. It was also to leave all that behind. That's kind of like he was only messing with Long Beach and Monster Island czars up until what is the second album's Food, right? Because
Yeah,
what is it? Operation Doomsday. He had all of them. So that whole time,
yeah. Hmm.
like the stuff you mentioned, this album, he had Mad Lib, right? They had the whole Stones
Hmm.
Throw and Swim. That's where Doom was able to like really gain traction. He was kind of languishing, not really languishing in the underground, but he was like a super phenomenon as soon as he popped up out of nowhere with the mask. And even in KMD, he didn't even rhyme like that at all. So it was definitely a way to re-debut himself. But you still was like
Right.
toiling away in the Chitlin circuit, the underground. That's why like the only one that's really working and thriving would be X-Ray because he was working before that and he was working all through that and after
Right.
that. Like I don't know anyone from MIC that's actually okay or even close to
Well,
notable
well,
after that. You know what I mean? And they're all disgruntled
curious.
people.
Curious is
Curious is the other
curious
one.
still rhymes.
Right, right. But he wasn't see the thing with Doom, there was something called Concrete Mob and Curious and the Concrete
Right.
Mob, the
Right. Right.
IR
Right.
Sunlow and all of that. Like that's their
Hmm.
connection. But Doom, and then they had all that internal problems with like the group. Like the group was like 10 people. And they all were like
Right.
when I say they were beefing over like $100 and things like that, they really were. So Doom like to me, Doom had to get out of that. He had to break away. Like I don't agree with the Doom bots. I've always felt that's a cheat to the fan, but I do like the
Yeah.
ingenious idea he had to do it. You know what I'm saying? But like, and
Right. Right. Yeah, because
it's
it's
not like
random fans.
yeah, and it's
I
not
remember he
like
had a white dude up there, and they
what
trashed him.
and this ain't the time of like $10 the ticket. Them shits was like 40,
Right.
50, $40, $50. And then it's not like
Right.
he was and it wasn't like Doom was doing mad shows. So he was notorious for damn near not being there. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part, people would still show up looking for Doom. Like it's insane.
Word.
Right.
So, but I do
Right.
Just
Right.
for the
Right.
chance that it might really be Doom and
right,
not a bot.
Right.
Like I remember
Yeah.
people like was really chancing it.
yeah,
Yo,
yeah,
Right.
I used to hear about that shit. I was like, damn, like, is it people that he's sending out or is it just people that's doing it for themselves, like scamming? I
He's
never
sending
knew it
people
was
out
like,
Right.
there so
Right.
he can
Right.
get that
Right.
money. He was behind it
Yeah.
yeah, that's why
because
I
I
got a
learned
question
that
for
later.
y'all. I got a question for y'all because I remember when Uncle E was in chapter 25 with me. I'm sure P you remember when he was Zulu. You know, I don't even know if he still is Zulu or not, but peace to the brother, man. He's a real good brother, real dope hip hop head. Learned a lot from him too. You know, good peoples.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
I've been seeing him too.
he was telling me like back in the day, like that's how he came into Islam through MF Doom. But what them brothers was Ansars
Yeah,
or
they was Ansar.
they
It
was
was
Doom, Doom,
Ansars?
Doom,
because
Okay,
Doom was definitely on song.
Doom was Ansar, and I think he became a 5%er later on, though, if
maybe
I'm not
so.
mistaken.
Like when
Because remember,
Ansars became Nuwabian.
yeah, I don't think he transitioned. Because if you watch the Peach Fuzz video, if you watch the Peach Fuzz video, they're selling. They got the Ansar how they used to dress, and they're
Yeah,
selling soap and
Hmm.
like pound cake and stuff in the Peach Fuzz video. So like, and he
Mm,
let it be known in his rhymes that they was Ansar. And they was selling the paper too. Like
right.
he did rhyme a little bit. Like if you listen to KMD, who was it? Who was it? Onyx the Birthstone Kid. It was
mm-hmm.
Onyx the Birthstone Kid, DJ Sub
Mr.
Rock.
Mr. Hood was the dancer mascot guy.
Right. And Zev Love X, which came to be Doom and all his other
Yeah,
monikers afterwards. But he was rhyming, and then when you listen to him back then, and then you listen to Doom now, they kind of like you can hear the similarities.
you can.
Um, with like the flow is almost the same. The voice is just a little deeper, but it's almost still the same. Like when you listen to him,
Yeah, that's why it's
you
like
know what I'm
it's a
saying?
little
In a
live for
sense,
him.
because I was just listening to what's that song? That What a Nigga Know. I was just listening to that like a few days ago. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you listen to Doom's verse, it sounds just like Doom. He's just much younger. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Yo, is there any joints that y'all disliked on the project? Because to me, the project was pretty flawless. I think it was solid, like from beginning to end. If I could say anything, maybe it had too many skits because there was a couple joints where I listened to it and I'd be like, damn, wish he was gonna rhyme on that. Like he gassed me right now. You
Oh,
know what I'm
right.
saying?
True.
When the
Like,
dude is talking,
I
when the
get that.
old
right,
man, when he takes a
right,
lot of skits from
yeah.
like shows and stuff, and he puts it together like, and it sounds like one thing. Like the joint where he's talking about where the old man is talking. I know one of those skits that he used is from Black Caesar, the old movie
Okay.
Mm.
Right.
with
Yeah.
what's the guy that died? Tommy, he played Tommy Gibbs. I forgot his name. His name escapes me, man. Black exploitation dude, man.
Hmm.
He was Black Caesar, Hell up in
No, you
Harlem.
talking about? Yep.
Yeah,
Is it
yeah, yeah.
Ron
No, not Ron O'Neal. That's Superfly.
O'Neal?
Fred Williamson.
What's the guy? Fred
No.
Williamson.
Oh,
It was
word.
Right.
Fred
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe
Williamson.
that's
Think
back
so.
then.
Yeah, Fred Williamson was Black Caesar. So thanks, Razor. He used that skit where, you know what I'm saying, where she was like, we got black eyed peas, cornbread.
And then
Eh,
those other skits, that was like maybe Fantastic Four, Spider-Man
Mm-hmm.
shows, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the old
yeah.
shows, right? Yeah, that was all
And he
dope.
strings it all together. The way he edited it, that you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, the way
nah, it
he
was
edited
crazy.
it was flawless.
It
Like,
really
and
was.
his other albums is like that too. You know what I'm
The
saying?
one
Like they,
joint I didn't like, the one joint I didn't like was Rap Snitches Knishes. And
you
I
ain't
think
like
one of
Rap
y'all picked
Snitches
that.
I
Conditions?
like that.
I'm gonna be honest, I know that P said that was his man, that was rhyming on there, Mr. Fantastic or Fantastic something, whoever that
Yeah,
was.
Mr. Fantastic.
I'm gonna be honest with you, like I ain't like it. He killed it for me. Like he killed the song. Like I didn't like his bars. Like I thought it was weak. No disrespect to him. Maybe he's dope. You know, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? He killed it for me. Like, and I went back to it and I was like, nah, I would have took him off that. Like if I was Doom and he would have turned that in, I would have said, nah, brother, you got to get back to the pen and do that over. I don't know if it was the delivery. It was just boring. Like it wasn't like it was like, yo, when you let your man on that's trash, you know he's trash, but he's good people, so you just gonna let him on the album. Like, yeah, come on, I
That's
got
crazy.
you. You
That's
know what I'm saying?
crazy.
No disrespect to him.
Mm.
I'm gonna check him out. If I'm wrong, somebody send me some material of his where
There
he's dope,
But you
is,
and
know what's
there is
I
no
crazy?
real
come give
He
him
material.
his
he
proper
did
credit.
he's on King Ghidorah. He's on the
Yeah.
King Ghidorah album,
Did he
and
catch
he
wreck
did his
on it?
thing on Antimatter. He did his.
All right.
They got a song
So,
called
all
Antimatter
right.
that was pretty. Like he did
Respect
all
due.
right.
I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out, and if I don't like it, I'm gonna come back and trash him again.
Yo,
You know, respectfully.
Yo,
yo,
No, fair. I
and
don't think
this
he's
is just
rapping like
one
that no
album.
more.
I was laughing
I
because of
think
Yeah,
the
I can
I
see
person who
think
why.
was
I can
that
see
song
why he
too.
ain't rapping no more like that.
Yo, I think like this is just one album we're reviewing, but I think Doom needs like more more of, I'm not gonna say give him his flowers, but I'm like he needs more of like a salute, man, because
Yeah,
like
yeah.
his catalog, even in that span, like he was even with the different monikers, like he dropped two albums under Victor Vaughn. He dropped the King Ghidorah album, you know what I'm saying, where he's playing off those Japanese monster characters from like Godzilla and all of that.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And he dropped Live from Planet X. That's a live album. I actually bought that album. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
had all of them. Then he did the joint Danger Doom with Danger Mouse. Now everybody's
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like working with Danger Mouse. Like Black Thought did the Danger Mouse album. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
he really like he set the bar for a lot, man. I don't think he gets his proper credit, man.
I
Oh
think
man,
I,
you
I,
know,
I,
hopefully
there's
this
like,
gives him some credit.
I think it's because one, he wasn't real like social. Two, he was all over
right,
the place. Like he had like 8 different record labels. Like
yeah.
he wasn't really. And then
He was signed one and done's. He be one and
yeah,
done.
which is cool. I do the same thing, but it's like, but I'm more on
Right.
top of the business in case something happens to me where it'll all
But
come a
your
little.
work,
No, go
But
ahead.
your work is all under the name Just P. I think it's
Right,
kind of
right,
hard
right.
to follow it sometimes
Yeah,
when you
it
keep
is.
switching your aliases
Oh
and
yeah,
all of
yeah,
that. Like,
yeah.
how do the fans keep up with it? Like me
Well,
personally, I'm into hip hop, but I couldn't follow it.
but
You know
now
what I'm
it's
saying? I couldn't
different.
keep up
Now it's
with all of that.
different. Like now you can't really do that because like Spotify DSPs, you'll be a whole new person every time.
Right,
GS had
right.
put his album out as Veron, and it didn't really go like it was confusing to it didn't help his algorithm as GS advanced, and then that was just whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So you can't do
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
today. But Doom also like he wasn't really like stable, and then later on like some of this, like all his rhymes are dope, but you could tell they were like mailed in or phoned in. Like when he did the
Oh,
JJ
yeah,
Doom
towards the
album.
end.
Yeah,
Towards the end, yeah.
yeah, JJ Doom album. Even Bishop Naru album, the Neruvian Doom is cool, but it wasn't like focused like how Doom is focused on making
Right,
masterpieces. And then later, like
right.
today, I see like it doesn't happen a lot, but like YOD, Euro Drew got Doom verses. You wasn't even
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
alive for that. My son Sonny Jim, dope, dope, dope. But you I don't he might be connected to Doom, they're both London, but I doubt it. You
How
wasn't
do you
even
feel?
on
How did you feel about the West Side Doom EP?
I mean,
I fuck with
I
it.
liked it, but it didn't really matter. It was two songs. You know what I'm saying? So I did like those two songs. I
Three.
like
What
it
about
looks
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Zardoom?
huh?
What about Zardoom?
Zardoom
Oh,
is dope.
Czarface.
Zarface,
Zarface
yeah.
and Doom is
That's
dope.
dope. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Dope. I like things like that because like he's the one that started that wave for Czarface to be able to do like comic book rap. They get
Right.
their Czarface to the face. They get with Doom, they're a whole nother group. They get with Ghostface Killer, they're a whole nother group. The shit they doing now with Cool Keith, they're a whole nother character. Like that's dope to be able to do things like that.
Oh, Cool Keith got work with that now too
Yeah, I'm
with
sorry.
Czar.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cool Keith and Czarface are now known as Stress Eater. They just dropped the
Oh,
That's
that's
album.
crazy.
fire. I didn't even know that.
Now it's
Stress
just
Eater's
Cool
a
Keith.
whole nother
It's not
character.
Black Elvis. It's not Doctor Doom. It's just
No,
Cool Keith.
yeah, Cool Keith, Zarface,
Let
Stress
me
Eater.
take this.
It's a complete different character now. They got comic books for that character, and things like that is dope. You know what I'm saying? So like when
Yo,
Doom
peace
was,
to Cool Keith too. While you
Bro,
mentioned him,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yo,
yeah,
I
saying?
was
That
just about to
you
brother.
say
talking
that.
about him
I was
earlier.
just
He's
We
about
talking
to
really
about
say
good,
that.
man.
Gucci Mane too.
Yo, we need
Yeah,
to give
right.
him. We got to give him his own joint too. His own
Yeah,
episode.
that's a fact.
Kool Keith in my top 20.
Yeah,
That's a
he's
fact. Kool
incredible,
Keith.
incredible.
He started a lot too.
Black Elvis album is incredible work.
Yo, it is.
Doctor
It is.
Doom, I mean Doctor Octagon, Doctor Doom too, right? Is that another
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
album? Yeah,
Robbie
right.
Analog.
The
Yeah,
analog
Robbie
brothers was
Analog,
dope.
crazy,
The joints he did, the other
crazy.
joints he did, Doom's last album that was fire was the Missing Notebook or something, and it was Cool Keith on there. It was like he was supposed to do something with Adult Swim and drop a new joint like every month or so, and then I guess he died
Hmm.
when he put those joints out together. Like that, that's good. So I
Right.
like when Doom is focused and not just like mailing shit in to get paid. Because a lot of stuff he did was
Right.
just to get whatever little money. All those little
Well,
labels and stuff, sending
he
people.
was sick.
Yeah, he was definitely sick.
He was he was sick, and then his son had died before, like a few years
Right, right, right.
before he died. His son was only like 12 or something like that when he
Mm.
died.
He must got two.
Huh?
He must got two kids then.
He does. He does. He does. He does. I think he
Because
had a
one of them's a
daughter.
big
I think he
fan of
had
me.
a
One of
daughter.
them is my man. One of them is
Yeah, his I remember he posted when his son died, nobody, like, he was so mysterious.
yeah.
Like, it's crazy. He had died, and he died Halloween,
Mm-hmm.
and then they released it at the end of the year
Yeah.
Yeah,
that he was dead. Like, he had already
yeah.
been dead. Like even like he stayed in character all the way
Right,
up
right,
until
right.
his death. You know what I'm saying? But when his son died, I
Of all
remember him.
days to die too. That's crazy.
Right. I remember him posting, he had like a picture like this in his hand, just like this, of his son. I think his son name was Malachi. He called him Little Mally. Like, he
Yeah, with
referenced him in
Mario.
his rhymes. Right. So like he had like a long post about it, and like he mentioned his brother. So I think like maybe he was that way because like experiencing that kind of loss, really like damaged
Mm.
him.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess probably that's why he was so private. You know what I mean? Because you losing people that's close to you. You lost your kid at a young age. You lose your brother who was like your right hand. You know what I'm saying? And then like the music game, the music industry, like did you dirty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, cause
That could
didn't
turn
they
anybody upside
they
down though,
shelved
like
they
losing your
shelved one of them
child.
KMD
Yeah, the
albums.
Black Bastards album.
Mm.
Black Bastards, I think. Wasn't Black Bastards shelved?
Yeah, because of the album
Yeah, it
cover, they
was.
didn't want to compromise on it.
Right, because of the album cover, right, right, because of the
But what was with the
Sambo,
cover?
It
the
Oh,
was
okay.
black
Sambo.
too.
They had the
It was a
Sambo because in their
controversial
videos,
cover.
if you watch their videos, they used to have like the Sambo character, like those cartoons with Sambo eating watermelon and all of that, and then like the Mr. Hood with the top hat and all of that, because they was really on that. And like I said, they
Mm.
were Nuwapian, so that's where they were.
If they weren't and was more willing to like kind of play the game a little bit, they would have been better. Even Doom Period. Like, like if that album, if they were like super like number one status with the first album, it wouldn't have really mattered what was on that second album cover, yo. They would have dropped it, yo. But if
Right,
to me, in my mind, it wasn't like the labels looking at them like it might not be worth the risk to go through that and we get so little in return.
right,
They didn't really see like that's why it's kind of cool because we might not have gotten Doom how we had Doom had he still went on with KMD and just fizzled out. Because
right,
Homeboy Onyx is supposed to be coming back rapping again. You know what I mean? And that I heard that he was supposed to come to the studio when we was at X-Ray's crib, and X-Ray been in Florida for the past 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So that's like 3 years that he was supposed to like make his comeback. They're supposed to be doing a new KMD album. You know what I'm saying? X-Ray,
wow.
Onyx,
Wow.
And
and
Onyx.
we were supposed to be on that, but he just never like, you know what I mean? I mean, it's kind of hard to kind of do it inconsistently. You know what I'm saying? Like if I be like,
Yeah.
wow, you know what I'm saying? Come back. You know what I mean? It might take you a little minute. You know what I mean? But it's understandable. So it's just, I mean, people think I'm crazy when I be like, all right, I love you guys. All right, you guys is the homies. Okay. People think I'm crazy when I be like, I'm not saying I'm happy, but I might not have been this ill person had we never generations go through what we went through. I might not have been this ill person. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of think the whole thing with Doom is like it was meant to be. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the demise
Right.
of KMD, because there was so many legend. Like there's so many good groups. You know what I'm saying in the '90s that they might have slipped through the cracks. Like we go crazy for Cool Kim and the UMCs, and they was just like they was mad normal, like mad commonplace in the '90s. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of
Yeah,
I
Right.
mean I'm glad that it turned out that way. Where Doom was, you know what I'm saying, able to rebirth himself and become MF Doom. You know what I mean? Victor Vaughn. Because we probably never would have got that if he had ran his course with KMD. You know what I mean? But I can't tell people. We can't tell people like, please struggle for my entertainment. But you know what I mean? It all worked out
Mm.
yeah,
Right,
because
right, right.
we got some good music. You know
Right.
Definitely, man. We definitely encourage everybody to go check out that food. Check out the 20th anniversary edition. It's dope. I'm pretty sure if you into real hip hop, you're definitely gonna enjoy it. Hopefully, if you enjoy that, you can go back to the rest of his catalog and check out
And
all
they
his
got merch
music.
for it too. They got
Yeah, dope
20th
what
merch.
anniversary merch
Dope
on
merch.
gasdraws.com. That's
I mean?
his
Mm-hmm.
official website. I think his wife runs it.
That's what's up.
I
Support.
cop stuff from there. I cop this hoodie from there. You know what I'm saying? Like he got some joints and he got stuff for the skateboarders too. And he got vinyl, of course, and all of that stuff, man. Like, dude is he's a legend. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's cemented
Yeah,
legendary status. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I
man,
said, he in my
definitely.
top five. He in my
Well,
top five. I don't know where I place him, but he's different from everybody. Like he really when he reinvented himself, he set himself aside from everybody. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? I remember dudes was fiending. Dudes was fiending to get a Doom verse. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of dudes like really fiending to get a Doom verse. Like you asked Rock Marcy. I remember in a Rock Marcy interview with Doggy Diamonds, he asked him like, "Yo, like, who do you want to work with?" who's like one of the, if you could work with one person, who you want to work with? And he said Doom. Out of everybody, he said Doom.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hempstead and
So
Long Beach.
yeah, yeah, no doubt. So
Word, man. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Like I said, man, peace to MF Doom. Rest in peace to the brother, man. I hope we helped, get a little bit more attention towards your music. We definitely gonna circle back and probably speak about some of his other albums at a later time too on a future episode, man. You
more
know, striving to speak the real hip hop and keep everybody in tune. And again, I want to thank y'all brothers for encouraging me to finally listen to the whole album because it was a definite treat and a definite masterpiece. You know what I mean? Because I never really listened to the whole thing, just a few songs here and there. But I definitely enjoyed it, and I'll keep it out of my rotation. You know what I mean?
That's the only Doom album you heard in completion.
Oh yes, it is. Yeah,
oh, we gotta get
Dude,
you up to speed.
yeah,
We
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
this is
get
my
you
I'm
up to
second.
telling you,
speed.
yeah,
The man knows the one.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
Doom
I
Yeah, the
just
was
Matt
couldn't. I
Villain is
just,
Matt
the
Villainy
I
is the
just,
Villain
I
of the
one.
just
Life.
couldn't.
I
I
heard
just
Matt
couldn't
Villainy.
keep up with it. Like I
Matt
just couldn't
Villainy is
keep up with
definitely
it.
the one. It's crazy because like I like Victor Vaughn. I
Those are
love
dope.
Vaudeville Villain,
Those are dope.
and I had both albums, but Venomous Villain, the second one, is not on any streaming platform, and it's driving
Yeah,
me nuts because he had the song with Cool Keith on there, and it's crazy.
they
It's
got two
crazy.
songs.
It's called Doper Skill
Hmm.
Hmm.
because he has a song called Dope Skill, and then right after is a song called like Dope Skiller. That's what it's called, Dope Skiller,
Mm,
and it's with him and Cool Keith. Like, and you can only imagine like two top
yeah,
tier lyricists. Like,
yeah, gotta be
I don't
crazy.
even know who came off better on that song because I love Keith too, but yeah, shout out MF Doom, man, aka Victor Vaughn, aka King Ghidorah, aka the Mad Villain.
Yeah, right,
Or
right.
man, peace, spears and mics.
Peace.